I want to try something out. I want to see I'm going to record everybody. Hold on.
No. I came downstairs and you didn't stop talking. Are you gonna go add to the conversation too?
I was going to say it wasn't your lazy ass that got water.
Shut up, Abram. You got out your room just to add that piece?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Wait, what did you add? Wait, any other time we ask that boy to do shit, he's in his room and doesn't want to leave. But he comes downstairs to add that piece. Wait, what did you add? What did you say?
I was going to say her lazy ass wasn't the one that got the water.
Oh my gosh. See, Belinda didn't even get the water.
She said, yeah, she did.
She did, yeah. She said, yeah.
It was mom. It was mom.
The amount of time I'm asking Belinda to get water and she goes and get herself, what you call it, candles and other shit for the house, but where the water at?
We have to return this, Diana.
Okay, when? When's the last day you could return it?
The 17th.
The what?
The 17th.
What's today?
Today's like the 12th, right?
Okay. Oh, so next. Okay, so where? UPS.
UPS.
I could probably do Friday.
Don't you have work?
No.
Oh, you're off.
Yeah, Manny. Yeah, I could probably do Friday.
Okay. What about everything else?
I'll be honest with you. Today I was so productive that I updated that grade book and I finalized everything today.
So you have free time next week?
No, I don't.
How does that make sense? Doesn't it help me?
But wait a minute, though. Let me get back to you. I know I said today, but I need to look at the lesson plans. I ain't do that.
I thought you said you were productive.
For grading. I was backed up from grading.
Oh, okay.
I was productive from grading, not doing lesson. Hell no. I'm trying to see. No, probably not. Probably Tuesday, the 18th.
Next week?
18th.
Next week?
Uh-huh. The 18th.
For everything else, right?
Yeah. I could take a half day.
Okay, thank you. Well, we could... Oh, you said Friday. I was going to say, maybe mom could take me to bring that to UPS.
Well, I can bring you fire.
Okay. Since you're not working.
Yeah.
I say... That is just a sneak peek of what I want to do. I don't know. We have so many laws and stuff like that because people don't want to be recorded. And I don't understand the laws. Like, why not? You know what I mean? It helps us out. But I got myself a brisk iced tea to drink. I'm listening to music on my phone. You know what? I'm about to read this book. So this guy said something funny. He was like, instead of asking quiet people why they don't like to talk, ask yourself why you can't shut the fuck up. And I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? There's a big reason why people don't shut up because they think that they always have to be. They think that talking a lot means that you're in the moment, and then when you get around a quiet person, it doesn't seem like that. Like, for example, when I'm dealing with people, especially new people, I feel like I have to keep the conversation going or else it gets awkward. And I guess that is a problem with myself, to not let those times feel awkward. But everybody takes everything a different way. Like, they automatically assume, they're like, all right, if we're not talking, then I am going to assume that we're not good matches. And then I'm going to base everything off of that. You know what I mean? So, as a quiet person, I tend to try to placate that person. I think I'm using the right word, to make them feel better about themselves instead of listening to myself and allowing myself the time to recharge during a conversation. Like, just saying hi, I need to recharge. You know what I mean? It's like a high performing being. You just need more rest than other people. But I'm reading Tsumiki Ogami's Not So Ordinary Life. Oh, yo, I was definitely reading. I was watching, what's it called? Some good TikToks today. There was this one TikTok. Where's my like stuff? This one guy was talking about how he's stable, and he said that it took him a good 6 months. So he's had schizophrenia since he was 18, but he didn't elaborate on how he got schizophrenia. He just says that, you know, he's stable and he has schizophrenia for like 6 months. And then after those 6 months, he found in Vega, and that's what I take right now. Doesn't Vega work for me? Not 100%. I don't think any medication is going to work 100%. It just works on, it's based off of what you feel, essentially. So you you know, you always have to allow for some of the disease to be out in the open. Like, for example, if you hear voices, it's easier to just write out your voices. Like, there's just a way to maintain them as they are. Like, the guy was talking about how he always heard voices and they weren't helping him with his voices. I want to ask, like, what type of voices did you hear and how severe was it? Because I want to base it off of what I'm went through. Like, for example, for me, it was very prominent in the beginning. So it was right in the beginning. And then for about a month or two, about a month, I heard them like prominently. Like, the only medication that I was taking was, I was self medicating with weed, and that wasn't essentially helping. I didn't have any edibles or anything to work with. So that didn't work out well for me. But after those 2 months, I stopped hearing voices. So then it was just paranoia. And sickness. No, it was mostly sickness. Like I couldn't move type shit. Like I couldn't do anything properly. Like when I went out to try to do a job, I would get, yeah, it was paranoia. I would get too paranoid about what I was doing. And I had to be home. I had to be in my room for it to be a little bit better. So that's why my room is always like a center space. Unfortunately, like that's the only place that I feel okay, especially when it's going bad out there. But now that I'm on medication, it's easier to find that equilibrium even when I'm outside. Like, but the negative sides of the medication is like I'm always in a bad mood. Like, I always feel like I'm walking across a tightrope. Like it's not easy to deal with. But is it better than when I'm not on my medication? Yeah, definitely. Like at least I won't have the police called on me, you know what I mean? And that is my main concern. I don't want to go back to the hospital. I don't want to be forced into situations that I shouldn't be in. And he was talking about how he has a great support system. And I guess I had a great support system. Mine was kind of rough because I was just so combative about my medication. That was the big problem right there. It was just like, dude, I was so combative. Like I just didn't want to take my medication. I don't know why that got stuck in my head, but it got stuck in my head. And it was just a fight day in, day out about taking my medication. Oh, that's sad. This kid is having second thoughts about going out with this girl. I dr- love drama. It always gets me, bro. I love the love stories, especially the Japanese ones, because they're just so realistic. And most of the time, you'll be like, yo, nobody is ever that easygoing about certain things. And I think back to my own relationships, and I'm like, yeah, they were pretty easygoing in the beginning. Like in the beginning, it's like you don't care about what anybody thinks. All you care about is that person. And I don't even know how I got through my homework. Like, I don't understand how people have relationships, especially in high school, because you have to focus all the time. And I guess just not focusing helps with the process because now that person becomes your whole life. They become your whole life. And you just want to see them and you just want to go in the hallway and see them. And like I was surprised because I was still able to do my school stuff. Like I'm looking back now and I'm like, yo, how did you focus? Because that seems kind of hard, having a girlfriend. But it helped that it was young love and the worst thing that you had to worry about was cheating. And I never did I ever think that it was never going to go anywhere. Like, I never thought past high school. So that's what kind of sucked. Like, I wasn't a guy that you can get with and I'm thinking about the future and I was just thinking about the next day, the next day. I wasn't sick at the time, so I was really one of the sheep, just doing things the way I'm supposed to be doing them. I'm going to classes, I'm going to football, and when football was over, I would have so much more free time, and I would be able to do those things that normal high school students had did. And I don't say this much, but I always felt like, now that I look back at it, I felt like football was like a kind of prison type sport. It I felt obligated to do it even though I didn't need to do it because I had nothing else to do and I had no direction. Like, nobody was telling, what did football teach me? It taught me nothing, bro. Like, I look back at school and I'm like, they didn't teach me much. Like, what school could have been like, they could have focused on reading. Like, they could have focused heavily on reading, and then they would have implemented real life situations. Like, all school had to do was teach us how to read and problem solve with math. So, math, English, and then you learn everything else from working. You learn about history, you learn about science, you learn about health, all from doing those things. So what I'm getting at is that I think that we could have started, um we could have definitely started, what's it called, teaching people about their trade very early on. You know what I mean? Like, should we have gotten into the workforce much earlier on? I wouldn't even call it a workforce. I would just call it trading. Like, you're just learning your trade at that point. You know what I mean? But the fact that we're so strict about everything and we don't allow our kids to do certain things, and parents have these crazy ideas about how they should raise their children, it's very hard to see past what is already made. And you have these older people that are keeping the status quo to where it is. You know what I mean? Status quo meaning like, oh, I don't want my kid to learn about sex until they're like 18 years old. And it's like, doesn't that sound ridiculous? But that's what we live with. Those are the adults that are teaching us. Like, there's a lot that are trying. There's a lot that are trying that wants their kids to have as much freedom as possible. And when you opt for freedom, that means information gets shared. You know what I mean? Information definitely gets shared. And that's all that you can give to a human being, information. And to hold back that information for their safety is pretty dumb because they won't ever become what you want. Like, people want these moldable beings. They want to be God, essentially. You know, they definitely do want to be a God. They want their kids to listen to every single word that they say. They want them to follow in their footsteps. They want them to do the same jobs as them. They want them to read the same books as them. You know what I mean? Watch the same television shows as them. everybody has an opinion about how you should be raised. And then when you don't fall into any of their molds, you're a failure. That's how I see it. Haha, he changed his mind. She was asking him if he wanted to go over her house, and he was like, "Nah, I don't want to." And then he changed his mind. He's like, "Can I change my mind?" And she's like, "Of course." But it's a werewolf girl and a human boy. I don't know when this one came out, but Beastars came out, I think, first than this one. Beastars is done too. Like the ending was pretty weak. Like there were weak points in that story all the way, bro. Like the fighting scenes didn't end the way that she wanted them to end. Like he always got like beat up or something like that, and he always would lose. And you're like, you're a fucking wolf. How can you lose these fights? It's like, nah, bro. He loses fights and stuff like that. Holy crap. Anime girls are so hot, bro. That's freaking freaky. Yo, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, bro, this is live material. Like, this is live material. You know what I mean? Bro, I'd be live right now and just be like, yo, bro, what's good? Oh, fuck a la la. But I want to be able to post it. You know what I mean? That's what's killing me. Like, it'd be like, yo, I'm reading some manga. This is the manga that I'm reading. Read with me, bro. Just chill with me. Vibe. Bro, she lives in the fucking mountains. Yo, this nigga's he's dying over here, bro. Ooh.
third time I'm coming upstairs looking for a damn top.
Yo, bro, that's scary as fuck, bro. So when they talk about like mythical creatures, I think of drug dealers. Like, think about what think about all the different creatures that we have in our world. We have mentally ill people, we have sick people, then we have uh, regular people that aren't sick. And then you have like different classes within that. And you're like thinking to yourself, like, who is the mythical creatures? And it would definitely be the drug dealers because they have such a way of interacting with different people. Um, and it's such a hippie type of mindset. It's like I don't care who you are, as long as you smoke weed, we are friends. And they make it so easy. It's kind of like greasing up the gears in your motorcycle, and you're just getting that much more traction, and it's just so much easier. So, who's the mythical creatures in this world? Definitely drug dealers. Uh, I would say mentally ill people. They just have so many problems. Like I have so many fucking problems, bro. Like I don't know what to do. Hey man, I'm making a video. Can I call you back? You're like a block away from your place, right? Oh my gosh, this girl is ridiculous. She always needs something. That's May. This room looks very lived in. Wow, welcome. I want to see this girl's parents, bro. She's half werewolf. Because, like, you be seeing all the other guys, and they're full on werewolves, bro. Natsuki and Kizuki. Like, I can't read their names if I'm just regularly reading, bro. Bro, how the fuck am I supposed to try that? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. That's what I'm thinking. Like, there has to be some type of peak point of people when they do YouTube and stuff like that. Like, how am I supposed to get up to filming live stuff if I don't have anything to show for that stuff? You know what I mean? And I can go live. That would be cool. But how do I get there? I need 50 subscribers. Right now I have 40 of them. So in the span of like, I think it's been 6 to 7 months I've been doing this. In a span of 6 to 7 months, I've gained only I've gained 30 followers. Just 30. But that's pretty amazing. That's 30 people right there. You know what I mean? That's 30 people that were like, yo, you're gonna go somewhere. That's pretty cool. But the rate that I'm looking for needs to be much higher. But I haven't put any money into YouTube yet. YouTube wants you to put like $200. 200 freaking dollars. Uh $200 to advertise. But you can do like $20. You can do 10, $20. You won't get that much though. You won't get that much coverage, but it'll get you somewhere. I did it on TikTok, and TikTok ended up giving me 10. The count said 9 followers, so I paid $10 for no, like $9 for 10 followers. So every $10 you spend, you get 10 followers. You know what I mean? So in order to get 1,000 followers, for example, 1,000 times 10, you would need $10,000 to get 1,000 followers. $10,000. So you're looking at these girls that are getting thousands, like 500,000 followers, right? They have that many followers, and yet they got it all for free. Like, they didn't really do much for it. Like, people are just following them because of how they look and the entertainment that they give. So they get all these, maybe like they're not even getting many likes, but they have all this traction from doing nothing, and they don't see the value in that. You know what I mean? Like, if I had hundreds and thousands of people following me, bro, I would be making more videos like this. I'd be like, yo, bro, this is me just chilling. And like, if you want to read the transaction, what is it called? The transcript. If you want to read the transcript, you could go ahead and read it. Um, but I guess that's what I'm looking for. Like, everything that I'm based off of is reading. Like, I haven't read some of my material for about a week now. It's been like 5 days, 5, 6 days. Um, the book that I'm trying to edit, because damn, bro, I wrote a lot. Like, it's a daunting task. And I write like every day, and I can't keep up. But if somebody wanted to read my stuff, that would be pretty cool. But basically, I could I could take these long videos and make them shorter because I don't talk the whole time. I could definitely do that. But I'm so stuck in my ways. I'm like, no, I want to just post the whole video, bro. Just me, just chilling. Just like, this is live. Bro, they could drag this love story on for a long, long time. Who am I trying to who am I trying to get with these videos? You want my honest answer? Probably aliens. You know what I mean? Now I gotta see if she's okay. Like, I can see it. it's just about pushing boundaries at this point. It's like they just sit there and they're just watching this and they're just like, he's not really saying anything. It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just a video of him just chilling. And it's like, okay, okay, put on some music. It's like, all right, I'm gonna put on some music. And then you just listen to whatever I'm saying. And it's more of a like a surveillance type of shit because this is what they do to you in the hospital. Like in the hospital, you're being watched 24/7. You know what I mean? Even throughout the night. Like you're trying to sleep, and every hour, every 30 minutes to an hour, they do rounds. And what they do is that they open up your door, they check to see if you're not being raped or suffocated or something like that. And then they shut the door. And then throughout the day, they're making their rounds through the places. And also throughout the day, you have to go to therapy. And therapy is like 4 or 5 times a day, and you have to go to each one. And then, like they were talking about, there was two people that was leading the way for mental education, mental health. And one person focused on preventing, and the other person focused on looping. So preventing and looping are two different things. She didn't explain how preventing was established. Like, would there be therapy and stuff like that? There probably wouldn't be what you think. Like therapy just seems easier for everybody because it's time consuming. You can do it as frequently as you want. Um, it costs money. Uh, you get professionals out of it. Um, Stuff like that. And what therapy does is that it keeps you in a loop. So you're constantly thinking about the same thing over and over again. And what it does, it makes you more depressed. So a lot of people fight that idea that therapy makes you depressed. They're like, no, therapy doesn't make you depressed. It helps you. It helps you. And you're like, no, it doesn't really help. When you try to explain it to them, you're like, no, it doesn't really help. It just makes me feel depressed. Like and that's exactly how I was feeling. I don't even want to say depressed. I want to say unmotivated, uh, compressed instead of depressed. I felt compressed. Like every day, every week, I had to go to therapy. And there's some people that do therapy 2 or 3 times a week. They do it nonstop. And, you know, like those people that do that, they're not really getting anywhere. Those people that have those weekly uh, therapy sessions, they typically aren't going anywhere. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that do therapy and it's not of their own free will. It's somebody telling them to do it, and that's essentially what happened to me. Uh, Unfortunately, I have a doctor in house, and she thinks that therapy is needed. And even though I tell her, I'm like, no, it's not. Why do you keep saying that it's needed when they tell you that it's a recommendation, but it's not something that you need to do? And I even talked to this one therapist, and we sat down real quick, and then she was like, what do you want to talk about? I was like, there's nothing to freaking talk about. I don't know what to talk about. I've just been doing this my whole life. I'm conditioned into doing this, so I just do it. And if you hadn't said anything, what she said was like, if you don't have any problems, that means that you don't need therapy. So if you have nothing to talk about, then you don't have to do therapy. And I was just like, what are you saying? She was like, yeah, you don't not everybody needs to go to therapy. It's if you want it, if you have a problem. But if you don't have a problem, then you're perfectly fine. You know what I mean? You don't have to go to therapy. And it's like people that go to therapy, I feel like they make up problems. Like the problems, you're supposed to take care of them, right? Like what therapy teaches you is to start confronting your problems. Like if a person is becoming a problem, you have to confront them. You have to make boundaries. You have to do this. You have to do that. And you start to do those things. And then you find yourself needing, I guess, more help, is what I'm trying to say. You become like a fetus. Like you don't know how to take care of yourself. And it's always telling you that you're wrong and that you need to change yourself. Um, but what I've learned is that everybody does everything at their own pace. So all therapy does is makes you relive the problem over and over again. And it's like nagging you. It's like, do something about it, do something about it. And you're naturally like, no, I'm not going to do anything about it yet. It's not my time. But it constantly comes back at you. It's like, just do it, just do it, just do it. And you're like, wait, hold on, I'll do it when I'm ready. And it's like, no, do it now. No, do it now. And you're like, whoa, what the hell? And it's just peer pressure. That's what therapy kind of is. Therapy is really peer pressure in the form of a professional doing it. You know what I mean? And some people go to it and they think that it's doing something for them. And if it is doing something for them, then fine. But if you look at the overall status of them, it's not really doing anything. A person that goes to therapy typically has a problem that they have in front of them and they think that they need to talk it out with somebody, a professional. Once you put professional in the title, everybody runs to it. They're like, professional? I want to be professional. Professional where? Where's the professional? Can we trust this professional? Like, all you have to do is go on Google and say that you're an accountant and that you have 2 years of experience through college. Everybody will be calling you up. They'll be like, you're a professional. I want to talk to a professional. But this is something that I was thinking about. There are professionals, and then there are naturally talented people. So to become a therapist, all you have to do is go to college for 4 years. But to be a naturally gifted person, you don't have to go to college, and you probably are doing something that has nothing to do with what you are naturally talented in. That's what this world typically does to you. It it puts you in a category. It puts you in a category that's supposed to make you feel accomplished because you get paid for it. So the smarter you are, the easier your mode is. Because if you're smart, that means I could fit you here, I could fit you there, I could fit you there. But let's say if you don't like school, they're gonna be like, you're a bad seed. I can't fit you in any of these modes. So what we're going to do is put you in rejection. We're going to make you work at a warehouse. And that is going to be your punishment for not going to school like everybody else does, or not being as smart as everybody else. We're going to punish you. And I think the universe kind of saw that and was like, all right, if you're going to punish Abram, let's make sure it's a really good punishment. And I was like, all right, what punishment are we going to give him for not wanting to go to school? We're going to give him a sickness. It's like, okay, we're going to give him a sickness. And after that sickness, he's not going to be able to work. And they're like, what? What are you talking about? He's not going to be able to work. It's like, yeah, he's not going to be able to work. Because you want him to fit this mold that isn't typically real. You want him to fit into it. So now he will fit into your mold, into this mold that you made for him. Because everybody knows that you have a mold for every single person. You know their capabilities, you know this, and you know that. And you're going to put them there no matter what. So a schizophrenic that can't work gets disability. You're disabled. And just imagine, you know what I mean? Like, I could have been labeled as disabled for a very, very long time, but the problem was that I was working. And disability doesn't, I think it doesn't allow you to work. You can work after you get disability, but the fact that you are able to work while you're filling out for disability, they say that you won't be able to pass the qualifications. Like you need to have stopped working for like 6 months to a year. You had to not have been able to work for 6 months to a year. And then after that, then you get disability. And then after you get disability, you can then start working and make up to like $3,000 a month. But here is the tricky part. If you find yourself in that disability status, that typically means that you cannot work. It is very hard for you to work. That's the only reason why it's there. That's the only reason why they're giving you money. That's why they call it a disability. Because they know for a fact that you are not going to be able to do what you think everybody else can do. It's like we've seen this, doctors have seen it. If you're not able to work for 6 months to a year, that means that you have some severe problems and that you need to find a way to make it work. So if you went by it in a logical way, if you took on schizophrenia in a logical way, you once you're diagnosed, what you do is you focus on your mental health for 6 months to a year. That's how long it's going to take for you to feel normal or to get used to it. And what people typically do is that once they get the diagnosis of schizophrenia, they're like, I need to work, I need to work, I need to work. They go back into the workforce. And then what they do is that they get screwed over. They're working, they're stressing themselves out, they're on new medication, they don't fully understand what schizophrenia is. They just have this idea that, oh, if I hear voices, if I hallucinate, then I'm a schizophrenic. Nobody really explains it. Nobody can explain what voices sound like. All they tell you is like, do you hear voices? And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? And do I hear voices? You would know what they mean because you've dealt with it. You'd be like, oh, okay, I heard voices. But I forgot what I was saying. Whatever. Oh my gosh, she is so needy sometimes. I swear to God. I have to message Matt, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like, if I'm on camera and I'm like, yo, bro, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, I need to do that, I would be more inclined to do it. So, like, if anybody was telling me, oh, I procrastinate a lot, you know, that's the thing about therapy that's really dumb. They're like, if something's going wrong, throw some cold water on your face. That's like, bro, what the fuck is that gonna do? What if I'm in the desert, bro? What am I gonna do? Like, bro, what am I going to do? I don't understand. What do you mean throw cold water on my face? That's not gonna help me with shit. Uh, Tell me about it. And it's like, what? Tell me something that will change the way I do things. Tell me something to do so that I stop doing this. Because if I wanted to get high, a person would be like, all right, this is what you do. You know what I mean? And therapy is kind of like, I'm going to tell you what to do. It might work, it might not work. If I want to get high, be like, yo, I know a direct way for you to get high. I know how to get you high. Like, it's a fact. It's a fact. But therapy is based off of theories. They're just theories. They don't really work. They don't make sense. Oh, now I'm being a dick to her. She was like, she's like, yeah, fuck you though. Take it back. I was mad. I did get followed by a weird Russian dude. And I was like, I was going to stay on the phone with you. And she was like, well, you didn't call back. I was running home. Then I was like, if you stayed home and drank like I suggested, you wouldn't be in this mess. Bro, I feel like that's what everybody needs. Like, you just need somebody to be a punching bag. But life is so weird. It's like this selfie stick. There's a certain way to do it. If you know how to build one, then by all means start building one and start selling them. And then you probably have different ideas about how else to make it better. You know, you have all these different thoughts. And that's what happens when you try to find people to deal with. Like, there's family members, there's friends, there's acquaintances. All of that becomes this selfie stick. A friend is able to have the swivel head. Oh my gosh. This is the thing about May. Like, she craves social interaction, craves it. And I'm like, yo, bro, why don't you just stay home and just relax? Because you're constantly out. You're not doing anything, but you're constantly going out doing stuff with people, and you're constantly lying about why you're able to hang out, why you can't hang out, this and that, and all that. You just make it into a chore. But for me, it's like the reason why I don't go out with people, the reason why I don't want to, is because I need to create something that is worthwhile for me to go out and share. Like I don't see the point of hanging out with people if I have nothing to offer to the group. So like Matt, for example, like why would I talk to him unless I have something for him to offer him? You know, Ryan, what would I say? Oh my gosh, where the fuck is my... Hello? I'm still making a video. It's just one long one. Nothing, whatever comes to mind. I'm just vibing with the camera. Oh my gosh, you're perfectly fine, May. Oh my god. What are you talking about, May? That's because you... I knew you were angry at me because you hung up. First off, I said I'm making a video first before you said anything, and then you were like, I'm being followed, and then you hung up. Well, yes, I'm busy. I'm trying to make a living, okay? I'm trying to do something. Oh my gosh. All right, well, you're healthy, you're at home. Oh my god. Are you serious? You're seriously gonna go get more drinks? Fine, May. Fine, whatever. And then call me and tell me that somebody else is following you. You got his information. That's a tight knit family over there. This is what you crave, though. This is the social status that you crave. Yeah, he was probably drunk, feeling himself. Yeah, that's not old, man. That's still pretty young. I thought you were gonna be like 55. I thought you were gonna be like 55 because you're like he's old. All right, send it to me. He's divorced. What? He? What do you mean he? Oh, she lives in Dubai. Oh, okay. Oh, his son lives in Dubai. Hmm. That's hilarious. All right, did you send it? This guy looks like he's fooling himself. What does he work as? How do you get banned from a whole country, bro? One or the other, yeah. He's a little scam artist. Oh well. How do you know that he's friends with your friends? Do you see the pictures in there? Are these your friends? Oh, right. Right, right, right. You're right. You're right. Let me see. Where would it say mutual friends? Why does he have the Chinese flag? That's that's Chinese, right? Chinese American and whatever that one is. The Chinese flag. Do you not see the three flags under in his bio? Oh, okay. His looks full of himself. I said that. And that's his current girlfriend? Who is this? No, that's just a friend. Never mind. All right, man. Let me get back to this video, okay? Yes, May. Are you still going out to drink again? Yeah, it's like 9. It's almost 10. When? How did that become early? It's late as shit, May. All right, bye. All right. Is that Kanye West? It's like, nah. Oh, this guy makes gloves and he does other e-commerce stuff. But it looks like a fake page, bro. Source from China, made effortless with guide source. May does not stop, bro. Hello? What, May? Well, you now you know. Yeah, you got to learn how to set some boundaries, but I don't know. It'll work out. Don't worry. Yeah, but you have your own money and I have her controlling my money. So, where else was I going to go? Yeah, but you make it seem like it. Uh-huh. Now he's mad that you're not working. Yeah, you do, man. You've been doing it your whole life. It's his money, man. And I guess that's what you're going to have to do. Well, you want the same lifestyle as him, right? Uh, I guess. Well, yeah, you could have done a lot more if you were more realistic with how you dealt with the situation. And you didn't, you could have easily gotten something out of this, but you're walking away with nothing, even though it's been how many years? No, you've gotten way more than that from him. Didn't you get $200 a day? No, but he gives you $200 every day. Yeah, you're telling me 200 times five. If he just gave you $200 every 5 days, that's $1,000. That's that's close to a part-time nurse. $1,000 a week, May? That's a lot. You could do a lot with that money. That's how people live in New Jersey. That's how much you have to make in order to get an apartment. So if you were paying for an apartment right now, that would be 30% of your income. Yeah, maybe it's the alcohol, May, because your meals triple when you get alcohol. And it's not like there's ways that you can cut back, but like no, I don't know what you're saying. Because that's how most people do it. What do you mean you're going to get more dependent on alcohol? By going to the bar every day, yeah, you're going to get the same amount of drunk and it'll be safer. Like you just called me telling me that somebody was following you. Yeah. And unfortunately, you've kind of been on the same topic, just cleaning, trying to do it, and it never gets done. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no problem. All right. Love you too. Bye. I was 20 minutes on the freaking phone. Uh, but this is what it is, bro. Like, what I would be doing I would be on Twitch right now, just streaming it. I definitely can do it. You know what I mean? I have to stop stalling on so many different things because I'm sitting here telling May about how what she should be doing. Yet I have a bunch of things that I need to do. Mine are just more dead ends. You know what I mean? Like I don't see anything coming out from it. Like, do I need a reality check? Like, no, I don't. I don't really need a reality check. Am I spending money like crazy? No, not really. I think I'm right where I should be with the amount of money that I spend. But do I need to start facing my problems? The answer is absolutely, absolutely. I need to start facing my problems. But my problems are more. It's with just family. That's it. Oh, I'm at 5%. Let me start charging my phone. I'm trying to think. Twitch, YouTube. YouTube pays more, but they're more strict with what you can post online. Twitch is live streaming, and that's more of my wave. You know what I mean? I think that's what I hate most about talking to people. You know, like everybody has their own problems and they're trying to get through it. And then, like, most of the time, you don't want to be harsh with those people, but you feel like you have to be. But am I coming from a good place when I do that? Like, am I just angry with myself? Like, I should be making her feel better about life instead of making her feel down about it. You know what I mean? You know, I sent her a little message. What did I say? What did I say? Ooh. Don't worry, don't go to sleep sad. You're doing great considering everything. You'll find your way. Maybe I'm still being negative. Today, oh, right now it's 49 degrees. Feels like 45. Ah, bro, it's freaking cold. Let me see. It's 49 degrees. I hate how your phone doesn't tell you the date. Oh, it does. Never mind. I was like, why doesn't it tell you in the status bar? But I was going to say that trying to be on top of everything is not a human thing. Trying to work 24/7 is not a human thing. I feel like we're just applying just enough pressure to make us do things, but overall, we're applying too much pressure. That's what I should say. We're applying way too much pressure on ourselves. Um, it's scary what we have to do in order to make ourselves feel useful. Oh, this boy is, he's pretty bold. He's like, I'm gonna sniff you. Oh crap. I love love stories, bro. Love stories are great. Look at her. She's like, bro, what did I just do? What have I done? I went too Roman. The regret lasted until Monday. I don't think I could do this with books, bro. I feel like it would be much harder to do it with books. I guess what I was trying to say to May is that everybody has their own problems and it's about how you deal with them. And if these people around you want to belittle you and make you feel like less than yourself, then you will give them less of you as much as you can. You know what I mean? Like, you'll start becoming this person that stays in their room and doesn't really come out to talk and eats bad stuff. And you know what I mean? Like, they will create that, but it's only for a little bit. You know what I mean? This dude is like, whoa. Ah. Hmm. Hmm. He's a vampire and she's a werewolf. He's like, I want some blood. And she's like, sure. I would have pissed. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand. She's like, isn't this just normal? And it's like everybody eats. It's like, bro, I don't understand. You see me just smiling like this, like I don't. He's already jealous of her, bro. I'd be jealous too. I'd be like, what are you talking about, bro? What do you mean? What do you mean he needs food? Like, he could get food from any other girl. Why he has to get it from you? And you're just like, okay. Bro, that sucks. I'm not breathing. Slowly bleeding. I did it. I did it for my feeling. Take it easy on me, baby, 'cause I tried with you. Saw my life with you. Like I cry for you every night for you. I've been living with this smile now. I can't hide the truth. I can't hide the truth. I feel like I am stuck in the camera. You know what I mean? Like ever since that shit happened with when I got high and I saw like everybody as puppets and like reading these different stories is just reminding me of what I went through when I was going through an episode. I was just sitting there and it was just like a slide. It was just like a show in front of me. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my gosh, I'm having high thoughts. Like these thoughts are like, it's like dreaming while you're awake. So you can remember what is going on. It's kind of hard to remember, but it's easier than a dream. Like I can think back to it and be like, yeah, that's what happened. Like Belly was there, Dan was there, May was there, and I don't know if I was like falling asleep while I was smoking, but I would have these waking dreams and everybody would just be like, yo, we're puppets, bro. Like, this is how life is. This is how you are. And like, that's where I get my ideas from, where it's just like, why would you want to work these jobs? You're not really happy. And I know that you're not happy because I've seen it in a deeper sense. Like, I've always gone to work. I've worked a 9 to 5 shift like anybody else. Actually, 8 hours and 30 minutes. And was I happy? I was like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. But then when I thought about it deeper and deeper, it's like, no, I'm not happy. And it's like, how do you know you're not happy? And it's like because I've went through something that allowed me to see it from a different perspective. It's like from a God's eye point of view. Right now, it's just first person. Then there's third person, and then there's like God's eye. And it really made me question. It's like we see everybody go to these jobs and they kind of get nowhere in life. And what we call joy, is that really joy when you can't fully enjoy it? I don't know, bro. Like, are you really fully enjoying it? Like, May is a great example. She is living life, but she hates it. Like, she doesn't, even though it seems good, like on paper, everything seems great. You get $200 a day. Um, you get $1,000 a week. You get to go out and eat whenever you want to. Like at the end of the day, you're done with $200. You spend $200 like it's nothing. And somebody has been supporting that lifestyle for about 8 years now. It's been a really long time. And she is just not happy. And my problem is it like drug induced, is she really starting to see the world for what it is? You know, a lot of people don't see the world for what it is. They're stuck in that box. Is she starting to look outside the box? Is she starting to figure it out in some way, shape, or form? And it's like, how do you break out of that? How do you break out of that? How do you start seeing outside the box? And I can give you a roadmap of how you can start seeing it. And some people will be different for other people. Like I would be like, yo, if you want to figure out a way out of this matrix, you're going to have to take psychedelics. And these psychedelics will push you into a deeper sense of self. Because that is just my personal way of going about it. And there's many different ways, but unfortunately, those ways don't open your mind up the way that mine has opened up. So, like, my understanding is that I want more. It's not that I want less. Like, it's not like becoming a Buddha where you go into the mountains and you're like, I don't need television. All I need is a book to read and stuff like that. Well, for me, it was the opposite. It was like, no, I need the television. I need the book. I need the camera. I need the car. I need the house. I needed all that stuff in order to better myself because I know that it has some importance. Like people would be like, you are too attached to materialistic things, and it's like, no, I'm not attached to materialistic things. Just because I have a house doesn't mean I'm materialistic. It's just a sense of understanding that this body needs a roof on top of its head in order for it to live comfortably. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, my back was itchy. I don't get the noise reduction on these, bro. I don't think they work, but they only work for certain sounds, like air conditioners and stuff like that, like constant low frequency noise. It works for like air conditioners and stuff like that. It works great for that stuff, but not for other stuff. I'm on chapter 4. Yo, she got some big feet, bro. She's got some huge feet. That shit is hilarious. I was talking about that before. It's like using cameras a positive way. Like this thing I have to do with Matt. Like I feel like messaging him and showing him my ideas and be like, yo, do you see anything that catches your eye? Like, does any of these really make sense? Like, do you sit down and have a book about little inventions that you want to do? And by having something to talk to, it does help do things. But like it's like manifesting. So I was able to manifest, physical stuff that you need to buy. Like that stuff is easy because you're just talking to yourself and you're just like, hmm, I want to buy this thing. And then you just keep talking about it into fruition because we've been taught that our whole lives. It's like, do you want something? All right, say what you want, bring it up time to time, and then eventually you'll get it. You know what I mean? such a runner, make me mind my business. Either be mine or let me mind my business. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, na, 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 na. Am I worried about May? I'm kind of worried about her. It's just like she just had so many opportunities to do stuff, but she doesn't capitalize on those things. And it's very frustrating. You know what I mean? Because it's like if I was in your position, what would I have done? I would have done so many other different things. But I guess I kind of got to see it like this. We were both in the same situation, and what was the result of those situation? Where did it get you? And it's like, okay, I started becoming more creative after dealing with everything that she was dealing with. And what is she doing? She got more money out of it, but after 8 years she doesn't have anything to show for it. You know what I mean? She didn't save up her money to get anything that she wanted. She kind of like just stayed in the same place that she was before. And you're asking me, what did I do with the opportunity that she was given? Because she was given a lot of money, so was I. I wasn't given money, but I, in a way, had money that most people weren't able to have the way that I had it. And what did I do with it? You know, what did I get from it? And does it seem real? Like, did you get something that nobody else could have gotten except for you? And it's like, yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, I might have gotten sick, but with that sickness came so much creativity and so much self-understanding. And a lot of people don't get that opportunity in life. You know what I mean? Like everybody is stuck at following this concept. And that concept is not something that I would want personally for myself. I would never want that concept for myself. I would never want that concept for myself. Because I'm looking at these people on the screen and I'm just like, how do they get there? How do they get there? And I feel like my body is talking to me and it's like, yo, I'll get you there. It's not, it's going to be scary though. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, I don't care. I don't care how scary it is. Let's go. Let's do it. It's like, it's very real though. It's very, very real. And I'm like, bro, I don't care how real it is. Let's do this. And then it's like, boom, you're a drug dealer. Boom, you might go to jail. And you don't even, you're going to start getting paranoid. And you don't even know what you're paranoid about because you don't care about jail. It's not about jail. It's not about what you're doing. It's not about drug dealing or anything. And then boom, you have a mental illness. You don't even know how to deal with this mental illness. All next thing you know, the police is being called on you, but you're not going to jail. You're going to a hospital. And you might feel a little bit better about yourself for going to the hospital instead of jail. But guess how long it's going to last? 6 years. So it's like you're on parole for 6 years. Then after that, you finally get a little bit better. And then after that, your family's going to take control of your finances. And you're not going to be able to have, and you're not going to be in control the way that you want to be in control. But then I'm going to give you something to fight for. Because see, at the beginning of your journey, you had this idea of what you wanted to be, and you started becoming this person that everybody wishes they were. You were going on trips, you were hanging out with friends, you had two girls on your side, you had an ex-girlfriend that wanted you back. You had all these things, and they were just hitting, hitting, hitting. And then you're gonna get rid of all those because you're gonna figure out that they're all distractions, bro. You're gonna have you're gonna almost have two children with your ex-girlfriend, and she's gonna get rid of them both for you. And you won't have to be stuck up on this financial hardship that your best friend is going through. And then you're going to start having ideas after ideas after ideas, and you have no idea what to do with them except let them overflow and let them become real. And hopefully just waiting for that one person to see you and just be like, yo, that's a star. And then you're not even going to stop there, because there's just so much that you're given, so much that you're given that it's just overflowing. Always. Hola, 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 we the boys. Hola, we them boys. Hola, 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 we making noise. Hola, 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 we them boys. Hola, we making noise. Hola, 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 we making noise. Hola. You know what? I want to keep recording. Like, this is. I think I'm gonna have to start doing Twitch. I think I'm gonna have to. I'm thinking about it, bro. Because I'm thinking about like the fact that I don't have a lot of money to work with. So you have to think on your feet. You have to think. You have to think. You have to condense your thinking. And it's like, yeah, I don't have a lot of space. That's a lot of gigabytes that I'm trying to save right there. I have to start thinking more on my feet, bro. You know, pressure can get you to do things, but pressure can also make you foolish. And people don't realize that. And that's why I'm saying, like, what we're doing to people, forcing them to do things, won't, it'll mess up a lot of people. It's messing up a lot of people, bro. It's messing up a lot of people. But we're greedy people, bro. We're very greedy. And we're just running. Everybody is just running. Like, it doesn't even make sense. We have 7 days in a week. You know how many times we take a break? Zero of those days. Zero of those days. We don't have time to take breaks. Like, I remember living on my own. I didn't have time to take a break. Bro, I was working, and then all of a sudden I had to go shopping. I had to go food shopping. I was running out of food. I need something to eat. Um, Everything revolved around my jobs. Everything revolved around my jobs. I was like, bro, I'm trying to crack the code of this job because I want to become higher. Like, I want to do something else. I want to be like a CEO or something like that. Like, my mind was solidly on just one thing. This is pretty cool though. I have the whole camera on my phone so I can see everything that's going on my camera. Dude, that looks crappy though. Alexa, lamp purple.
Okay.
I love purple, by the way. I don't know what's up with this color, but I keep picking it. And I love it, bro. I freaking love it. I wish it was on the whole time. It does make everything darker. It's a dark color, so it absorbs light. I wish I could play music, but I'm gonna have to deal with this so far. I'm gonna post some stuff online too, bro. All right, that's my 2 hour long segment. Hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know who's watching this. Nobody's gonna watch this. Nobody's gonna watch this, but that's fine. I made it. I was here. It was real.